This is Trash Talk with your host, Garrett the Trash Man.
All right, what is up, everybody? You're listening to Trash Talk. It's Fire Friday. John, how are you doing?
I am pumped up.
Fired, one might say.
Fired up.
Dude, love it. Hope you guys are fired up. We're here to fire you up this Friday. First, though, Larson Waste, thank you for sponsoring this podcast. Out there getting work done for you. We're always improving, always working hard. Give us a call. Sign up right now. I've got a request for everyone. If you're a Larson Waste customer, please go give us a 5-star review on Facebook, Yelp, Google, whatever. I absolutely could use those. One thing that's been my experience is only negative people leave reviews.
Yeah.
Generally, reviews don't have much context unless it's requested. So I'm requesting it now. Please take that 5-10 minutes. It'd mean a lot to me. Go give a 5-star review for Larson Waste.
They do count, so do it.
Absolutely. So, you ready to freaking just dive into this?
Let's do a tour.
All right, dude. Well, I had a good idea of my Fire Friday. I don't even remember what that is, but I've got thoughts rolling through me now. So, I'm just going to share that. But, dude, I cannot stop coming back to action. And action, I think, lots of times runs into the roadblock of excuses. And excuses so many times can look like actual reasons or real roadblocks or like big, huge problems. And what I've found is it's so advantageous to have confidence. Like, I think it's so important to hold the confidence. I think that's something that's super rare in this world now. To have a conversation and know that conversation stays there. Even if it's not anything super private or secret, that if it's going to be shared with anyone, a request is made like, hey, is this cool to share? And so I think it's so important to have people that you can have a confidence with and talk things out at times. Because what my experience has been is I run into roadblocks where it's like, this is a non-starter, this is a stop, there's no way to get this. I was going to do this until this. And people that are not emotionally attached to situations, when you've got confidants that you can share situations with, a good trusted friend like that can pull you out of the situation, look at the bigger picture, look at from a different vantage point, a higher vantage point, to see it is nothing but an excuse. And that's what I've been finding over and over again is any reason to stop is just an excuse. There's a way to go out. It was described to me this week as like, hey, you're standing in front of this mountain with a little shovel, like, hey, I'm going to go through this mountain. And I'm not here to tell you how to go through the mountain, how to go over the mountain. I'm saying like, hey, we can actually just go around this mountain. And, that's just an illustration, but I think that's a useful thing. So that's what I got for this Fire Friday. If you don't have anyone like that you can go work through situations, and it's tough because you don't want someone that just like empathizes with you, like, oh yeah, that does suck, that, and sometimes it's like that feels like you're being that person's friend, but no, in reality it's like, oh hey, well this is what I see. Maybe that helps you, maybe it doesn't. But I know like real true friends for me, that's so helpful for me that they'll pull me out of the situation and say, hey, let's get above this, look at it, and then make a decision.
Yeah.
And you could make a decision that like you don't want to go around the mountain.
Yep.
You'd rather not. You'd rather just go the other direction or something. But being able to actually see it for what it is so much more useful than you can make an informed, powerful decision.
Yeah.
So that's my rant for this Friday.
Dude, I love what you said there just real quick, because sometimes you need a friend to tell you to pull your head out of your ass.
Yeah. Just shoot it how it is.
Yeah, just say, hey, dude, like, I'm on your side. I'm here next to you rooting for you, but you're wrong.
Yeah.
Or you're approaching it wrong from a third person point of view.
Or it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Like, hey, dude, I'm all with you, and
I'm
right here with you. This feels huge, like a ginormous problem. And what I'm going to tell you right now is you're making a mountain out of a molehill.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, just get out. You can handle this.
Yeah. No, I definitely, I had someone do that to me, probably a month and a half, 2 months ago, where they're just like, dude, like, you've already done the legwork for what you're trying to accomplish in this certain aspect of my life, and they were just like, dude, just go big there, and that'll solve all your problems. And I was just like, huh. Yeah, you're right. All right, now I just feel stupid for not thinking of that myself, you know, and it was perfect.
Well, and how often have you like looked at a business or a situation, you're like, it's simple, like just do this. And lots of times there's a lot of context that you don't have,
Yeah.
but I can totally relate to that because when you're in the situation, there's emotion tied up. Like logic is actually usually pretty straightforward and right there in front of you, and it's all the emotions that make it tricky.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Absolutely. So I like what you said, though. That's good stuff. So, for my rant today, I would like to talk about whatever you're doing, like, don't forget the big picture of something. And it kind of ties in a little bit about what you're talking about, but sometimes, like, we want our results immediately, and it just be patient. Look at the long view. One story that when I know I'm doing that, I think of is there's a guy out there, and if he's really interesting dude. His name's Andy Frisella, and he started. He's worth a lot of money now, but he started out as a young guy going to college, and him and his buddy literally maxed out credit cards and started a supplement store. And he literally for 10 years never made more than $700 a month.
Is this the Mother Effing CEO?
Yeah,
I thought I recognized him.
he has the Mother Effing CEO podcast, which is pretty good. It's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
He does not hold back at all. He is super straightforward. But he literally said he had to go through just mud hole after mud hole for 10 years. But then he finally figured it out and hit it big. You know, and now he's doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff, and it's really cool to see what he's doing. But like every time I tell myself like, oh man, I need to be here, like, yes, I do need to be there, but I'm not going to get there instantly.
Yeah.
And so it just have patience, put your head down, go to work, but it's not all going to happen now. And so that's something that I kind of have had a reminder of this week of like, hey, yes, put your head down, try to get there as fast as you can, but more often than not, you're not going to get there as fast as you'd like to. Mm-hmm. But that's not a bad thing. That's just the way things go.
Yeah.
You know? And so that was...
Well, and I think lots of times you look back and it's like, oh, that was a lot faster than it might have felt like that certain day.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And you will be surprised about how fast you get to certain places or do things. And you're like, oh, I did do that pretty quick. It didn't feel like it in the process.
Yeah.
And then you look back and you're like, well, hot dang, that was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. So definitely just have patience. Remember the big picture and think big, and it will happen. Just you got to be diligent.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. I freaking love it. All right, guys. Well, stay fired up this weekend. Keep working hard. Rolling to next week. Listen this Monday morning if you need to get another shot of hypeness. Woo! And and appreciate you guys listening. Give us a 5-star review. Tell your friends it's an awesome podcast. Freaking work hard. Peace.